Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are we all doing? This week I've got a little mini haul for you with only 5 new in pieces. They're here on this rack. You can see that compared to normal this is looking a bit sparse, but February really hasn't been a month for shopping and it's kind of still too cold to think about summer stuff. The sales are over, so it's not been the most inspiring month in terms of fashion, but these pieces are really good ones. I think they're really good wardrobe staples. And I'll show you how I style them also coming into spring. So without further ado, let's get into the video and into the first piece that I got. So the first piece I got, I'm actually wearing, and it is this brown suede skirt from Massimo Dutti. I was after a brown leather or suede skirt for a while now. I wanted something that is a little bit longer line, and this one is actually perfect. It's completely simple. It's quite long. It's got a slit at the back, which you'll probably be able to see better in the cutaways. And it's just a really versatile one, I think, because you can style this for winter with boots and a big jumper on top, which gives it a really nice kind of warm and inviting and cozy feeling. And you can also wear this coming into summer with some nice sandals and maybe a white linen shirt. Now, I wouldn't wear this in the height of summer. It is leather, and for those of you who don't know, I live in Spain. It gets very, very hot down here. So no, it's not a summer piece, but it would certainly serve me well for the spring and autumn transitional seasons. As you can see in the cutaways, I've gone down the preppy road a little bit, styling it with a polo shirt, but you could equally dress it up for the evening with a nice pair of heels, like kitten heels or some slingback. Here I've styled it, actually this is kind of a hybrid between, I suppose, elegant and preppy. I've styled it with this blue shirt from Massimo Dutti, which has been in my wardrobe for a million years. It's super simple cotton shirt, blue with white stripes, and I just seem to be wearing it on repeat all of the time. It's such a classic. And then I layered this cardigan over it. Maybe this is a bit too preppy even for my style, but also it pairs really nicely with this burgundy jumper that I'm wearing here right now. I think those colors go lovely together. And yeah, you can see in the cutaways that this dresses up, it dresses down. You can do preppy, you can do elegant, you can do laid back. So that's the first piece. Now, in terms of price point, it is real leather, it is real suede, so it's not the cheapest piece, but I do actually think that the Massimo Dutti leather pieces are worth it. They're really good quality, and if you look after them, they will just last you for a lifetime. So after complaining about COS ordering service in Spain in my last video, I went back and put in another order. They actually got it right this time around. I have to say, I love COS. I can't resist them. They do really, really nice clothes. I love the aesthetic. It's very architectural, it's very structural. I like the shapes, it's interesting, and I feel like it's tailored for tall women. I'm 5'10", so I went back and ordered 2 things. So the first thing is I ordered a pair of black cotton barrel leg trousers. So these are super barrel leg, so if that's not your jam, don't go for them. I don't know if you can see it here, how wide this leg actually is around the thigh and then slightly tapers in at the bottom. I think these are what my husband would refer to as clown trousers. Yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I love the shape of them. COS at the moment have quite a few similar items in different colorways, and I am considering getting like a white or a beige pair for the summer because I think they're just so good. And the thing about barrel leg trousers is they just look laid back. They look really cool. I understand not everybody likes this shape and they're not the most flattering, but sometimes flattering isn't what you're after. Sometimes what you're after is a certain vibe. What I find nice about these, or what I think looks really nice with these trousers, is to have a bit of volume on the top, actually, so that you don't look too out of balance. And the volume at the top to kind of counteract the volume at the bottom. Seems counterintuitive, but to me this really, really works. So I've styled those up for winter in a couple of different ways. Firstly, I've styled them with a teddy jacket from COS, which has also been something that I've just been kind of wearing non-stop. It's so snuggly and lovely, and I just love how it looks as well. And then I've also styled these with the Arquette triangle wool scarf that I've shown you in the last haul video. And yeah, I do really like this look. Now, what I've used in this look as well is another new in piece that I'm going to show you now, which is this rope belt from Zara. So I already have two of those. I've got a beige one, I've got a red one, and now I've got a black one. They are too handy, and they're 20 euros each. Massimo Dutti last year brought those out. They were identical for more than twice the price. So if you're after a rope belt, Zara's the one to go for. That's the third thing then that I picked up. So here I'm going to put some footage on the screen of me wearing the horseshoe shaped trousers, the barrel leg trousers from COS, and also using that Zara rope belt over this grey vest from Massimo Dutti. I love a good vest, winter, summer, any season really. You can layer under it, you can layer over it, you can wear nothing under it. So really enjoyed this look, and I've paired it with this double-breasted 100% wool coat from Mango from last year. This has been such a good buy, by the way. I would always recommend going for a cut that is really, really classic, like this double-breasted one. And last year, the coats that were trending, they had these super exaggerated shoulders. I never bought one of those because, to be honest, this is going to get old really, really quickly. And it's going to look like it was from 2023 or 2024. Whereas if you get a coat that is as classic as it can be, it's not going to stick out like a sore thumb in a few years' time. And these will transition so nicely into the summer. I styled them up here for you in a really simple way, just with a white oversized t-shirt. Again, I really like the oversized versus the oversized. Oversized on top, oversized on the bottom. Seems totally counterintuitive, but in my mind this really, really works. And I've just paired them with a pair of Adidas Sambas. And then I've thrown my new tranche. Oh, I can't talk today, guys. I can't talk today. So this is really, really nice. Okay, I was after a trench coat for a while now. I do own one. It's quite a short one. It just goes just above the knee. This one, you'll be able to see better in the cutaways, but this is really quite a long one. I mean, it doesn't go to the floor or anything like that, but it goes nearly all the way down, and this is exactly how I wanted it. And not a cheap piece, this one. It's from the Mango selection, but it is really, really good. It's cotton, it's machine washable, it's waterproof. And what I like about it is it's so simple in its design. Like, it doesn't have all these ridiculous flaps and bits that a trench coat can sometimes have, which are, in my mind, just annoying and unnecessary. So it doesn't have the panel at the back. At the front it has one panel here that is fastened with a button so it doesn't flap around the place. And then it just got, it's double-breasted, 3 rows of buttons, and it's got a super long belt, actually bordering on the annoying. I might take it in a little bit because it's very, very, very long. But yeah, it's super classic and really, really nice piece. So absolutely thrilled with this one. So I think where this trench coat is really going to come into its own is towards the spring and summer. So the way I envisage this is actually with some barrel leg trousers underneath it, but in a lighter color. I've attempted a look here with these white, really wide leg, slightly barrel-y jeans from Massimo Dutti from last year. And I've paired this with a pair of silver loafers. And then on top, I've got this blue shirt again that I just seem to be wearing more or less all of the time. And I used the rope belt in a different color just to give this whole thing a bit of structure, and then put the trench coat on top of it. And I do actually really like how this look came out, but I have to say it was probably one of the most annoying things that I've ever worn in my entire life. I don't know, the shirt just kept on bunching under the trench coat, so this might not be something that I'm going to replicate in real life. Might just go with a jumper in a similar color instead under this trench. But yeah, I think it's a really, really good piece if you're looking for a trench coat. And I used to be of the opinion that it's not really worth it spending much money on trench coats because H&M will do you one for about 50 euros. but actually I've just changed my mind on this. And one of the reasons I was looking for a trench coat, I don't have a long one. That was one reason. The other reason was that I saw a Mashit from Thanks to Fashion showing trench coats on her Instagram, I think. One that she owned, but then she was linking to a few different places, and all of those were like gorgeous, but at a much higher price point. And this mango one, whilst not cheap, is a really, really good one. So if you're in the market for a trench coat, this one is worth checking out. Last piece here from my COS order is a really wintry skirt. This thing is not going to transition well into the spring season at all, but I had my eye on this when it was full price, and it was 150 euros because this is real double-faced wool, and they didn't have it in my size. Didn't have it in my size. Went on sale, didn't have it in my size, didn't have it in my size. Kind of in the last 2 days of the sale or so, I saw that it had come back in my size. Half price off, and I had an additional 15% voucher. So into the cart it went, and I'm not disappointed. I really like this with the little fringing on the bottom. It's just a little bit of something extra. It's buttoned here, and it has this flappy bit. So if that annoys you, you can just take a safety pin and you could just wrap it around. You can see in the cutaways, I've kind of wrapped it around with a jumper, just by tucking it under the jumper a little bit, and that works as well. But you could use a safety pin if it gets too annoying. I really love this. It's a really, really playful number, and I've styled it with this black cable knit from End of the Stories. No, I'm lying. It was from Arket. The cable knit from Arket that I also got in the sale at 50% off. It's a little bit long for this, but I've tucked it and it kind of works. And these boots look absolutely amazing. And then I've also styled it. I don't think I've ever shown you this jumper actually. This was one that I got just before Christmas from Massimo Dutti. I've worn this lots. I do like this. This is really, really cool. And I think the beige and the black tie in really nicely with the black of the skirt. And just to illustrate as well that you don't need to wear boots with it, in that second look I've styled it with my patent leather loafers from Zara. When I styled this second look, I put my mango double-breasted coat from last year over the top again, the coat that I mentioned previously, because I think it goes really, really nicely. And you can kind of see that the length of the skirt and the length of the coat are pretty good match. The whole thing, it looked so French to me that I couldn't resist the temptation to put a hat on, and I could just see this to a winter trip to Paris. Unfortunately, no such thing coming up for me. Yeah, I did like the way this outfit came out. So, all right, so just before we wrap this up here, I'm going to give an honorable mention to a couple of things that I've already shown you in my haul video from 2 or 3 weeks ago that I've reused here in this styling video. And the first one is this absolutely beautiful grey suede bag from Flattered. I haven't actually worn it out of the house yet because I'm actually a little bit scared. It's just so perfect, and I'm a little bit afraid that I'm going to ruin it. So I still need to christen that actually out on the street. But it's perfection. It's so beautiful. Second honorable mention goes to this funky shaped COS bag that I also showed you in the video from a couple of weeks ago. This is now back on the website at full price and back in the silver that I had ordered, but they hadn't sent me, which is super annoying, to be absolutely honest. Honestly, that's COS for you. But yeah, anyway, you can tell that I did keep it because I just thought 35 euros was just too good to pass up on. And it is an odd shape, but it does actually fit my wallet and my phone and a set of keys. So it fits everything that you need. And, you know, rather than a clutch bag, you can just like clip it under your arm. In fairness, it won't serve you well with a big coat on because the strap's just not long enough, and they don't give you an option here to make it longer either. But there you go. It is what it is. I still like the bag. I think it's really, really nice. So that's the second honorable mention. And then the third one, yes, I think you can imagine what I'm going to say. I mean, I've showed you those already, but I just wanted to mention them again because they are so good. Yeah, these brick loafers, I mean, look at them. Oh my God. Again, I have not christened them on the street yet because I'm slightly wary of the warning that came with them, that they might be a little bit more uncomfortable than usual. Though I have to say, wearing them around the house, they're not particularly uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, look at those. If you pair those with like a burgundy bag or something like this, or even like a burgundy jumper, like I'm wearing at the moment, it's just utter perfection. Actually, I could see those go with this look. Brown skirt, burgundy loafers. I think that might be nice. Anyway, this is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more fashion over 40 or any age really. And thank you so much for tuning in. Have the best of weeks, and I'll see you again soon in the next one. Ciao everyone!